All right. So, 3D review. Tomorrow when you walk in, you are taking a test over 3D. I'm going to show you right now all of these equations right here will be given to you. All right, I think I'll give them to you at your desk. So you're going to get this paper that has all the equations at your desk. Okay? I'll also have it on the board. But you need to memorize no equations. What is the name of this solid? This is a pyramid, and I'm going to be a little bit more specific, but it is a square pyramid.
Would you be wrong if you just said pyramid?
No, and again, just like always, your test is mostly multiple choice. Yeah. Marco, shut your computer. Mario, shut your computer, please. How many edges? What does this word edges mean? Where the sides connect. They are the lines that you see. Somebody asked a really good question. They're like, what about this line in the middle? That's not an edge. Okay, that just happens to be there. But edges it has is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on the bottom, 5, 6, 7. You should have gotten 8 edges. What are vertices? The little points. How many points do we have here? 3, 4, 5. And how many faces are there? How many flat surfaces? There are 4 around, 1 on the bottom, which you are right, is 5 total. And what have I told you every day? If you get confused or you need a little bit of help in here on these questions, what can you do? Go to the front of the room and grab the shape and count them. If that's what you need to do, that'll be there for you. Okay? The shape formed by a horizontal cross-section, meaning if I slice this right here, what shape will I get? A square. And what is the shape of the lateral faces? What are the shapes of the around are triangles? Okay. Number 2, what is this solid? It is a prism, and it's kind of hard to see, but it is 5 sides, so it is a pentagonal prism. How many edges are there? This one was really hard to see. There is a pentagon and a hexagonal prism up there. But how many sides did I just highlight right here? 5. Do y'all agree that's 5 sides? And do you agree there would be 5 sides going down to connect them? And also 5 sides on the bottom. So what's 5 plus 5 plus 5? That's 15. How many vertices are there? How many points? 10. 5 up top, 5 on the bottom makes 10. Faces. How many? So be careful. Not bases. How many bases are there? 2. But how many total faces are there? 7. Because there are 5 around and then the top and the bottom, which is 6, 7. Does that make sense? Horizontal cross section, if I were to slice this in half right here, what picture would we get? A pentagon. And what are the lateral faces? What are the shapes around this prism? Rectangles. By the way, prisms will always have rectangles for lateral faces. Pyramids will always have triangles. It doesn't matter what's on the base. Why would you put an it? Oh, no, a rectangle is fine. Sorry. Yeah. All right, last one on this side of the paper. It wants to know what shape this is. It's a triangular. Why is it a prism? It has 2 bases. Can you see all the bases here? So again, this is where my brain, I really have a tough time with this sometimes. This is a shape like this that you can't see through. If that's confusing to you, go get one of those shapes over there. It is a triangular prism. I have that triangle up top. Do y'all agree that's 3 edges up top? Do you agree that also means, even though we can't see them, there will be 3 edges on the bottom? And then how many edges to connect them? 3. So what's 3 plus 3 plus 3? 9 edges total. How many vertices are there? How many points? 1, 2, 3 up top, 1, 2, 3 at bottom. 3 plus 3 is 6. Flat surfaces, your faces. How many faces are there? 5. There are 2 bases and then the 3 around. If I were to slice this in half, what would I get? A triangle. And what is my lateral face? A rectangle. Why?
Because it's a prism.
Because it's a prism. Write it down, please.
Wow, this test is going to be so easy.
Next part, name the shape formed by the intersection.
Never mind.
So it crosses, it's basically saying, hey, if I were to chop this off right here, what would you see? What would I see if I chopped this right here? A square. I'm good with that answer. I would be okay if you put rectangle as well.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah. What about this way? If you cut a triangular prism like that and chop it off, what are you going to see? A rectangle.
I purely was looking at the shape that was caused when you were like.
Yeah.
Looking at the shaded spot.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yep. No. They're not always going to be rectangle.
Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, what about a cylinder? If you slice it right here, what are you going to see?
Rectangle.
I know, they're all rectangles. That just is a coincidence.
Wow, so smooth.
Now, if you are to rotate a rectangle, so here's my rectangle. If I were to rotate this around and around and around a line, look up please. If you take a rectangle and you rotate it around and around and around, what are you going to get? A cylinder. A rectangle becomes a cylinder. What if I take a right triangle and I rotate it around and around and around and around and around? What am I going to get? A cone. And what if I take a semicircle and I rotate this around and around and around? You do get a sphere. So this was B, this was C, and this one was A. Alright, Alexa, I need you to look up. Samuel, look up. Come on, Marco. We have a test tomorrow. I need y'all to look up. DJ. Because when you come to me and you're like, Miss Alvarez, I'm a point away from my grade, I'm going to be like, well, you slept during my review.
Well, what happened to the people that actually paid attention to stuff?
Well, then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll help you out a little bit. Maybe. All right, next question says find the total surface area. Tomorrow it will have your bases shaded. It'll tell you the base one is shaded. This one doesn't. Which one do y'all want to be the base here? You want the one right? You want the one right up front right here?
Yeah.
Okay, this will be our base. Again, tomorrow it'll be shaded, and if it's not, you are allowed to be like, Miss Alvarez, which one is the base? But usually it'll tell you. And so do you agree this is 4 right here? Well, if I look at my formula chart, y'all will be looking at this formula chart right here. What shape is that? So, number 6 is a prism, and it asked me for what of that prism? Total surface area. So I'm going to use pH plus 2b. So pH plus 2b. Y'all. Before I can answer this, I need to find P, H, and B. What is the perimeter of this base? How do I find that? No, of the one I highlighted though. 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4. Now, if you highlighted 4 and 10, that one on the side, that's fine, but your height will be different. So what is 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4? You don't? I do. So let's see. It is 24. So 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 4 is 24. That is my big P. What is the height? How tall is this, meaning how far away are your bases? 10. Plus 2, there'll always be a 2 there. And then B, what is big B? How do I figure out big B here? 8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. And just put that in your calculator. So I'm going to do 24 times 10 plus 2 times 32. And I get 304 centimeters squared. Now, if I want volume, let's go back and look at my chart. Look at the volume section. What is my formula for volume of a prism? BH, big BH. Well, don't we already know big B is what? 32. Don't we already know H is what? And what is 32 times 10? 320 centimeters cubed. Those are my answers. This is one of those things, remember what I told you. The hardest part is figuring this out right here. The perimeter and the base. Everything else you're just plugging into a formula, but you have to find P and B first. Yep. Samantha, Leslie, y'all with me? Next question says, find the slant height of the cone. Find the slant height and the volume of the cone. If the radius is 8 and its height is 6. How do I find this slant height right here? Y'all did this twice yesterday. Pythagorean theorem. Remember, Pythagorean theorem is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So L squared equals, it does not matter which one goes first, 8 squared or 6 squared. What do you got to do though? Square root it. Don't forget to square root it and put that in the calculator. So I'm going to do the square root of 6 squared plus 8 squared. And what is that going to give me? A pretty old 10. Just like you can remember 3, 4, 5, if you can memorize 6, 8, 10. It's just 3, 4, and 5 times 2.
So 6, 8, 10 also works?
Anything multiplied by 3, 4, 5 works. Yep. Because 6 is 3 times 2, 8 is 4 times 2, 10 is 5 times 2. You can do it times 3, times 4, times 5. It'll always work. All right, so my slant height is 10. What is the formula for lateral surface area? What shape are we dealing with right now?
Cone.
Cone. So I want to go to the lateral surface area of a cone, and what is it? Pi r L. Pi, what's my R? 8. What's my L? 10. What is 8 times 10? So what is my answer? 80 pi centimeters. It says centimeters squared. What is my formula for volume of a cone? Let's go to volume. Let's go to cone. And what is my formula? Be careful. A lot of y'all yesterday, you had this up there and y'all still put 1/2. For volume, it's 1/3. So 1/3 big BH. What is my big B of this cone? How do you find big B for a cone?
1/2.
What's big B mean?
It's 1/3
Area of the base. What's the base of a cone?
pi squared.
Pi r squared. So it's going to be pi 8 squared. And then what's my height? 6. This one's a little bit tricky because it's tricky because a lot of times y'all get to B and you're like, let me just put 8. My base is, you just put the radius. You have to put the radius squared. And in your notes you have it, but on this paper right here, you're not going to have that big B is pi r squared. All right, I'm going to put this in my calculator. I got 1/3. I have 8. And then I have 6. What do I get? 128 pi. Oh, cubed. Thank you. Perfect. All right, on the back, I'm going to go a little bit faster here. Total surface area of a cylinder. I'm just going to copy down what it says right here for total surface area of a cylinder. That is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. What is my radius here? 4. What is my height here?
8.
Jordan, can you nudge him? Plus 2 pi. Wake up, DJ, you're snoring. What is my r again? Y'all said 4 squared. And you need to put all of this in the calculator except what?
Pi.
Don't put pi in the calculator.
What?
So I'm going to do 2, 4, 8. Don't forget the plus sign. 2, 4 squared. And what do I get?
96 pi.
All I did right here was read off of the formula chart and then put it in the calculator.
Wouldn't it be units squared?
Yep, unit squared. And again, it is going to be multiple choice, so you don't you're not going to have to worry about that a lot.
Just the pi.
Yep. Volume is big BH. So again, just like the cone, what is my area of my base? Pi r squared. And what is my height here?
8.
And put that in the calculator. What is 4 squared?
Huh?
What's 4 squared?
I don't know.
Times 8. Oh, let me arrow over it. Times 8. I don't know why I put B. It is 128 pi units cubed. I know I'm going a little bit fast, but I want to make sure we get through it all.
Everyone knows geometry.
A soup can. It holds about 16 pi cubic inches of soup. Soup represents what? Which is considered the volume. This is the volume. What shape is a soup can? A cylinder. So I'm going to go to my formula chart and look and say, hey, what is the formula for volume of a cylinder? We just did that. BH. So this is going to equal BH. It says the radius is 3. So I know my volume is 16 pi. How do I find big B? Pi r squared. Pi 3 squared. And I don't know what my h is. Y'all did this yesterday. Y'all did this on Tuesday. We did this last week.
Did we?
How do we find h?
I don't know.
Divide. Oh, what can we do with the pi's?
Oh, cross them out.
Cross out the pi's. And then divide it by 3 squared. Don't forget that squared. A lot of y'all yesterday just tried to divide by 3. And 16 divided by 3 squared is kind of ugly. We'll say it's 16 over 9 inches. The height is 16 over 9.
No.
Okay? Number 10, how do I find the perimeter of this base? What's the base here? The triangle. Well, I have 12. I have 5. How do I find this third side right here? Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to call that C. So I'm going to do C squared equals A squared plus B squared. C squared equals 5 squared plus 12 squared. And what do I got to do? Square root it. So what is... Yep, it'll be in Schoology. Alright, what is 5 squared plus 12 squared? 13. So this side is 13. So what is 12 plus 5 plus 13? 30. What about the area of the base? How do you find area of a triangle? 1/2. What's the base? What's the height of the triangle? No, what's the height of the triangle? 12. 5 times 12, half of that is also going to be 30.
What's next? Total surface area is 60.
Not quite. Total surface area. What shape is that?
Prism of a
Total surface area of a prism is pH plus 2b. I'm just looking at my formula chart. So pH plus 2b is 30 is my P. What's the height of this prism? 15. Plus 2. What's the big B?
6.
No. 30. This is big B. This is P. And tomorrow the question will look like that where it guides you through them. So then you would do 30 times 15 plus 2 times 30, which is 510 units squared.
What does that have to do with that? What is this question? That's the important question.
Focus, focus.
I can't.
It says find the following measures for the right square pyramid with a slant height of 5 meters. So it's telling you this right here is 5.
Okay.
Well, if all the sides are 6, what is this down here? 3. And y'all, if I have 3 and 5, what is this height going to be right here?
I don't know.
4. So my slant height is 5, but my regular height is 4. It's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. And now you're just going to plug into the formulas. So total surface area of a pyramid is 1/2 PL plus B. And the bell's going to ring soon, so I'm just going to do this very quickly. My P is 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, which is 24. The L was 5 plus big B would be 6 times 6, which is 36. So this is going to be, I think, 96 centimeters squared. The volume is 1/3 big BH. So 1/3 times 36 times 4 is, I think, 48 centimeters cubed. Because I think that's 12 times 4, which is 48. On the other side, real quick, I need to go over this chart. If this is 5, what's my perimeter going to be? No. What's my perimeter going to be? No, my perimeter. 5, same thing. What's the area going to be? 5 squared, which is 25. And what is the volume going to be? 5 cubed, which is 125. What if I give you the last column? Not square. Cube root. Everybody, as a reminder to cube root, you go into Desmos, you hit functions, and go to the very bottom. Once you're in the very bottom, you put a 3, and then you do 27 over 64, which gives you 3/4. That goes in your first column. And then you square it.
What are you doing?
Oh, one more thing. What is the formula for a cube?
It's S3,
S cubed.
Oh, it's S3.
So what is 5 cubed? 125. What is 25 cubed? I don't know. 25 cubed is 15,625. How do I figure out how many can fit in here? Divide them. 15,625 divided by 125 is 125 boxes can fit inside.
Oh my God. Good grief. Good grief.
Last but not least, I'm still going. It says the radius of the ball is 6. So that means the whole side will be 12. S cubed is 12 cubed, which is
I'm not even. No.
1728.
It's already.
Volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed.
I wish I can, but I can't.
Oh, let's not do that.
Okay.
Is 288 pi. Hey guys, can y'all look up since the bell hasn't ring real quick? Remember when you subtract, if one has pi and one doesn't, you just subtract them. 1728 minus 288 pi. Y'all have a good day, study.